Alright guys, so firstly we covered Belgium. Then secondly, we moved on to France. Then thirdly, Germany. Germany was very, very humiliating, you know, defecating in a church, beating up donkeys, just destroying candles and Christmas decorations. And guys, to be fair, in my mind, I was thinking, I have to be honest with you, I was thinking that, wow, the Nordic region hasn't been attacked, which is a good thing. But I was thinking, damn, like with all of the violence that is undergone in previous years, and for us to not hear any story from the Nordic region is good stuff, honestly. But I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to speak it out because there's power in the tongue. And sometimes if you speak negative things out, then they can become a reality. And I didn't want that to be the case when it came to, you know, the Nordic region. So I wanted them to have a peaceful Christmas. But, you know, my mind was correct. Because what we're going to be finding out now is that Christmas shoppers were forced to flee due to a 19-year-old gunman that fired off a shot and was detained at the scene. I cannot say that I'm surprised whatsoever. I've been covering it on this channel these past couple of videos. I've been showing how things are just getting more and more aggressive in different regions in Europe. And now we have a guy that's come with a rifle and he's like, I'm taking everyone out during this festive period because I don't agree with this Christmas holiday, Christmas shopping, Santa Claus, Jesus, all of this. So I'm trying to erase it and I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to create as much chaos as I can, which is absolutely insane. But you know, guys, we're going to be honest, the warning signs were there. I saw the warning signs. In my previous video, I said what European nation would be next, but I didn't want to say any nations, you know, but I definitely knew that it wouldn't be Poland or Hungary because they have their acts together and they're not going to allow this, like I said in my previous video, to consume them. So it was definitely not going to be Poland or Hungary, but it was definitely going to be another European country. And yeah, here we have it, which is Norway. They're the latest victims to this anti-Christmas attack. So it's crazy. It's crazy. The crazy thing is, there'll probably be more before December the 25th. And probably after December the 25th, all the way to New Year's, there'll probably be more attacks. And I have to predict it again because that's just the truth. You know, like I've said, you know, Western governments are sleeping. And when this happened in Magdeburg last year, I said to myself that this year I'm going to monitor this carefully because mainstream media are not monitoring this situation. They're not monitoring it. They don't care. You know, they just want to push their narrative. They want to believe in this, oh no, multiculturalism, everything is working perfectly. They don't want to tell the truth about what's going on. So I said to myself, I'm going to monitor the situation as it relates to Christmas markets so diligently and expose anything and all foul play that's being done during this festive period. So that's what I've been doing, and it's a shame that I have to do it again now because Norway is really just a small country and they want peace, but again, it's the globalist policy. This is why we're seeing, you know, the policies, the globalist policy be replicated all over Europe, and we've even seen it in Canada as well. They've fallen, but America seems to be, the United States seems to be just the last man standing. But even they seem to be having troubles now as well in like Michigan and in Minnesota. When will this stop? Guys, let's get straight into the video.
Christmas shoppers fled a shooter in Oslo shopping centre Monday morning. Police say a shot was fired before officers were able to detain the armed gunman. Police spokesman Tom Berger said, "The police received a report from a man or a boy of 19 years old. He called us, said he had a firearm and other things. We immediately headed here to Storrow Centre. On the way we received a report that a shot had been fired. We arrived quickly and we got control of the person, and fortunately neither he nor anyone else was injured at the scene. We have searched the entire centre. The centre has been closed for a while. We evacuated it. Now the centre has reopened and everyone has been able to move back in." The shooting occurred at the Storrow shopping centre in Oslo. No injuries have been reported so far. It comes at a tense period in Europe as authorities warn of an elevated security risk this year. Last year, an attack on Magdeburg Christmas market killed 5 people and left 323 others injured. Cities across Western Europe have erected barriers around their markets to protect shoppers, though others have decided not to bother this year.
Guys, I don't know if you picked it up or not, but the police officer said that fortunately the gunman wasn't injured and others. So even though the gunman was going to go to this shopping centre and carry out a bloody crime, the devil's work, you're still worried about whether he was injured or not. I can't, and it's mentality like that I cannot stand. This guy has gone out and he's going to, his plan was to wreck, several families to ensure that, mothers, fathers, uncles, aunties, sons, daughters, nieces, nephews would never return home again. He wanted to wreak havoc on families, during this festive period. And your thought is, fortunately, he wasn't injured. Man, I don't know what's going on in Norway, man. That kind of mentality is it's a joke. It's a joke, honestly. But guys, I want to play you another video of Hungary. Hungary is basically just going to be bragging. They're going to be bragging, saying how our Christmas, we don't need to worry about security threats because, we don't have any security threats because we don't mind paying the fine to close our borders because we don't want to be, hosting people that are going to come in and inflict damage upon the population, the Hungarian population. So, Hungary have their act together, and this is why they're not having problems.
Hungary has trolled Britain and other European countries over fears Christmas markets could fall victims to terror attacks. Prime Minister Orbán unveiled a video showcasing the safety of Budapest's markets, writing, "A Brusselian fine of €1 million a day for keeping illegal migrants out. We'll pay it. For our safety and yours. Better than living in fear. This Christmas, experience Europe the way it should be in Hungary."
Guys, it's pretty hard to argue with facts. Hungary have just got it right and they can enjoy this festive period in peace. The population don't need to worry about being terrorized or going to Christmas markets and people come and anything can happen to them. So they're not compromising their population's safety. That is of a primary focus to the Hungarian government, so respect to them. And yeah, they're basically just telling the European Union that, we're not interested in what you are trying to sell us. We just want to keep, our citizens safe. And that should be the priority of every country, to keep their citizens safe. But we see that in these Western nations, that's just not the case. We see the opposite. It's like they're doing everything they can to put the population of the country in harm's way. Illegals are coming in unchecked. Anything's happening. Many people are coming from camps that they've been training in abroad that are anti-West, and they're coming into the West, and they're being exposed after like a few years after living with the population and planning things, and it's just like, what's really going on here? So it's crazy. But yeah, Hungary seems to have got it right, and they can enjoy Christmas the way Christmas should be enjoyed, with just smiles, giggles, presents, snow, and fun. And of course the Bible, you can't forget the Holy Bible. Anyway guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.